नन्दनन्दनं चरणद्वयं गोपीजनसमायुक्तं बृन्दावनं यस्यैकपादाम्बुजभक्तिलभ्या प्रेमाभिधाना परमपुमार्था तस्मिन् जगन्मङ्गलमङ्गलाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमो नलिननेत्राय वेणुवाद्यविनोदिने राधा अधरसुधापान शालिने वनमालिने कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः यं प्रावृहन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहता आजुहावो पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmadeva Guru Path Padma Great Guru Shishya Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Dandi Swami Shishimat Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Namnishta Santa Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are gathered here, we accept Nam. So Srimad Bhagavatam, a very interesting series is going on, and this is a portion of Mahabharata actually. And in that one, verse number 44, Sarhasyo Dhanurveda Savisargopasanyama Astragramasya Bhavata Shikshito Anugraha Sarhasyo Dhanurveda Savisargopasanyama Astragramasya Bhavata Shikshito Anugraha Sarhasya confidential Dhanuhu Veda knowledge in the art of manipulating bows and arrows. So we can God. Reducing Upasamshaya, controlling Astra, weapons, Gramaha, all kinds of Cha and Bhavata by yourself. Shikshita, learned, Yat, by whose? Anugrahad, mercy. It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military art of throwing arrows and the confidential art of controlling weapons. Dhanurveda, a military science, was taught by Dronacharya with all its confidential secrets of throwing and controlling by Vedic hands. Gross military science is dependent on material weapons, but finer than that is the art of throwing the arrows saturated with Vedic hands, which act more effectively than gross material weapons, like machine guns or atomic bombs. The control is by Vedic mantras or the transcendental science of sound. It is said in the Ramayana that Maharaj Dashrath, the father of King Ram, used to control arrows by the sound only. He could pierce his target with his arrow by only hearing the sound without seeing the object. This is a finer military science than that of the gross material military weapons used nowadays. Arjuna was taught all this, and therefore Draupadi wished that Arjuna feel obliged to Acharya Drona for all these benefits. And in the absence of Dronacharya, his son was his representative. This was the opinion of the good lady Draupadi. It may be argued why Dronacharya, a rigid Brahmana, should be a teacher in military science. It implies that a Brahmana should become a teacher regardless of what his department of knowledge is. A learned Brahmana should become a teacher, a priest, and a recipient of charity. A bona fide Brahmana is authorized to accept such profession. एष भगवान् द्रोणा प्रजारूपेण वर्तते तस्यान् मनोर्धं पत्न्यास्ते नान्वगाद्वीरसु एष भगवान् द्रोणः प्रजारूपेण वर्तते तस्यात् मनो अर्धं पत्न्यास्ते नन्वावगात् वीरसु कृति सः he Esha certainly Bhagavan Lord Dronaha Dronacharya Praja Rupena in the form of his son Ashwathama Vartate is existing. Tasya his Atmana of the body Ardham half Patni wife Aste living no not Avagati undertook Virasu having the son present Rupi the sister of Krupacharya he Dronacharya is certainly still existing being represented by his son. His wife Krupi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son. The wife of Dronacharya Krupi is the sister of Krupacharya, a devoted wife who is, according to revealed scripture, the better half of the husband is justified in embracing voluntary death along with the husband if she is without issue. But in the case of the wife of Dronacharya, she did not undergo such a trial because she had her son, the representative of her husband. A widow is a widow only in name if there is a son of her husband existing. So in either case, Ashwathama was the representative of Dronacharya and therefore killing Ashwathama would be like killing Dronacharya. This was the argument of Draupadi against the killing of Ashwathama. So here, Draupadi is very soft-hearted, as you see, and she is giving this argument that it doesn't defeat you, that you are killing the son of your own guru. It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military science, the military art of throwing arrows, and the confidential art of controlling weapons. Sahasra Sarasya Dhanurveda Savisargopasangshaya Savisargopasamyamah Astragramasya Bhavata Shikshito Yadanugrahat. So this is another Vedic civilization. If you are benefited by somebody, you should all remain obliged to him. Shikshito Yadanugrahat. There is one Bengali proverb. Guru Matru Vidya, Mara Vidya. Guru, you learn from him first of all, then kill him. Don't care for Guru. This is demonia. By the grace of Guru, you learn something. Then, when you learn something, then you become greater than him. Don't care for Guru. This is demonia. Even if you have learned something, you must feel always obliged. So this is Vedic civilization. Draupadi advised Arjuna that you have learned, will always oblige. Ataha Pradarshaya. So this is Vedic culture. This is military art. By his grace, by Guru's grace, now you are expert in the science of military art. And suppose his son has committed some sinful activity, you cannot punish him, retaliate, so that Guru's family will be aggrieved. This is Vedic culture. Not only he is personally, but in his absence, his wife, his family, you should consider them. There is nothing about. So what is the purport read? So here, Dhanurveda or military science was taught by Dronacharya with all its confidential secrets of throwing and controlling the Vedic hymns. Gross material military science is dependent on material weapons, but finer than that is the art of throwing arrows saturated with Vedic hymns, which act more effectively than gross material weapons like machine guns or atomic bombs. The control is by Vedic mantras or the transcendental science of sound. It is said in the Ramayana that Maharaj Dashrath, the father of Lord Ram, used to control arrows by sound only. He could pierce his target with his arrow by hearing the sound only, without seeing the object. So this is a finer military science than that of the gross material military weapons. Prabhupada. It is called Shabdavedi. Hmm. So just like I cannot see what is, where is a bird. He's chirping, but Shabdavedi. I can throw wherever the bird is. It will go and kill. That is called Shabdavedi. Maharaj Dashrath used to use it. Therefore, he was cursed that he would die being aggrieved when Ramchandra will be banished. So these are finer military science than that of the gross military weapons. And nowadays, Arjun was taught all this, and therefore Draupadi wished that Arjun feel obliged to Acharya Drona for all these benefits. And in the absence of Dronacharya, his son was the representative. This was the opinion of the good lady Draupadi. It may be argued why Dronacharya, a rigid Brahmana, should be a teacher in the military science. But the reply is that a Brahmana should become a teacher regardless of what his department of knowledge is. A learned Brahmana should become a teacher, a priest, and a recipient of charity. A bona fide Brahmana is authorized to accept such profession. So there is nothing special to be explained. The only important part of this verse is that don't learn Guru Mar Vidya. Here Prabhupada is telling that don't learn Guru Mar Vidya. Means that now we learn something from Guru and after that we are not grateful. That always we remain grateful to our Gurus, the teachers who taught us spiritual knowledge or they taught us any material knowledge, either way. Guru is Guru. So we should always pay respect to them. In India, there is Teachers' Day. 5th September is the Teachers' Day. So we always glorify teacher. So this is important. The only important part of this verse is that don't learn Guru Marvidya. Even if you become more learned than your Guru, you should not exhibit it before your Guru. You should always remain a fool number one, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed himself by his example. Guru more murkha dekhi karila shasan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not murkha, but he has taught us that before Guru, we should always remain a murkha. That is advancement. Not that I know more than Guru, I don't care for Guru. Now give me blessing that I can find out some better Guru. This nonsense. If you don't find, if your Guru is not perfect, then why you are asking blessings to find another? Anyway, this Guru Mar Vidya should be avoided. That is instruction in this verse. We can get, and that is the very way. It is not that Draupadi speaking, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also speaking. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very strict on this point. As soon as Vallabhacharya spoke that I have written a better commentary than Sridhar Swami and Srimad Bhagavatam, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became offended. He said, you have become more than Sridhar Swami. You don't care for Swami. He remarked immediately, a Swami Jaina Jane Na Mane Veshara Bhitar. That is the system. You cannot overrule Acharya. Acharya Pasana. Acharya should always be worshipped. Even if you by ABCD you have become more learned than the Acharya, that is not possible. If you foolishly think like that, still you should not exhibit your foolishness that you know more than the Acharya. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. By his life example, he has taught us that the more we remain ignorant, foolish before the Acharya, before the Guru, that is more we advance. Real success is how one is faithful to his guru. That is real success. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. Tasyate karita hi artha prakashante mahatmanam. It is not by education or grammatical knowledge you can learn anything. No, it is by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that grace comes down to the grace of Guru. That grace also does not come directly. We should not be neglecting this point. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasya te katita hi artha prakashante mahatmana. Unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master, all the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. Shvetashvatara Upanishad 6.23. So thing becomes revealed by devotion, not by so-called education. No. Chiram vichinvan, na chayane ekopi chiram vichinvan. Prasadam leshanu grahita evahi, janat tattvam bhagavan mahimno. अथापि ते देव पदाम्बुजद्वयम् प्रसादलेशानुगृहीत एव हि जानाति तत्त्वं भगवन्महिम्नो न चान्य एकोऽपि चिरं विचिन्वन् अथापि ते देव. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. By little prasad, satisfaction. In many places, these things are stated. Yat karunya katakshya vatamstam gauramemastuma. Karunya kataksha. Not complete karunya, but kataksha. Simply little glancing, he becomes so great. Kaivalyam narakayate tridashapura kasha pushpayate durdante indriya kala sarvapatali protkhadadanshayate vishwam purnam sukhayate Vidhi Mahendra Dishta Kiritayate Yatarunya Kataksha Bhavavatam Samgaurameva Stumam. We offer praise unto Shri Gauranga because for those devotees who have attracted his potent, merciful sidelong glance, the pleasure of merging into Brahman appears like hell. The pleasure of the heavenly planets like a phantasmagoric flower in the sky. The poisonous serpent-like senses like harmless snakes whose poisonous fangs have been extracted. The great demigods such as Brahma and Shiva like insignificant insects. And the whole world an abode of joy. Let us offer our eulogy to this most magnanimous personality, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You'll see that therefore, Vishwanath Thakur says, Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado Yasya prasada nagati kutopi Yayam suvam sasya yashasri samindra Vande Guru Shri Karanaravinda Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado Yasya prasada nagati kutopi. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master at least 3 times a day. I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. So not that Bhagavad Prasad is achieved by education and grammar. No, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasad. By the mercy of Guru, one can achieve. That is just like a common word. If you love me, love my dog. So you cannot approach Krishna without loving his dog, his servant. Satang prasangan. Mama virya samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. A person who is trying to distribute the message of Krishna is very, very dear dog of Krishna. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमा. भगवद्गीता 18.69. न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमा भक्ति भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्या प्रियतरो भुवि. य इदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वभिधास्यति भक्ति मयि परां कृत्वा मामे वैश्यत्य संशयाम्. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, the supreme secret of Bhagavad Gita to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Therefore, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there be ever be anyone more dear. You can see that here, it is very, very important that a devotee explains the science of Bhagavad Gita to the other devotees and even to the neophyte person. Then he becomes very dear. So Buddha is also very dear to Krishna. It doesn't matter how far he is advanced in education, how far he has learned grammar. These are not the things. The thing is how far he is working to carry out the mission of Krishna. Then one has to receive Krishna's mercy through the bona fide servant. Krishna cannot be bluffed by so-called education and grammar. Krishna is not so. Bhaktya mamavijanati. He never says by grammar or by education one can understand. Never says Bhaktya mamavijanati yavanyas tasmi tasmata. We should be educated. We should be very careful. But real thing is bhakti. Apicheta sujaraacharo bhajate mam ananyavad sadhareva samantavya samyak vyavasito hisa. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his domination. We should be educated. We should be very careful. But the real thing is bhakti. Many places it is said that Vag Visargo Janatag Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Abhaddhavati Api Namani Anantasya Shankitani Shurmanti Gayanti Grananti Sadhava. Even a bhakta writes something which is not very grammatically or rhetorically correct. Tadvag Visargo Janataga Viplavo Namani Anantasya Shankitani. But because he has tried to broadcast the glories of the Lord, even not in perfect language, that is his qualification. The sadhus, they are not interested about rhetorical or grammatical adjustment. The sadhu wants to see who has spoken. So, on the other hand, that literature, so this verse from Bhagavatam says that Nayat Vachaschitrapadam Hareryasho Jagat Pavrittam Pragranita Karhichit Tadvayasam Tirtham Shanti Manasa Nayatra Hamsa Niramanti Ushikapaya. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can satisfy, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since all perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. But if pastimes of Bhagwan are described even in an imperfect manner or in an imperfect language, still they are considered very glorious. The sadhus, they are not interested about rhetorical or grammatical adjustment. The sadhu wants to see who has spoken. If he is Vaishnava, then his word will be accepted. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu strictly prohibits that is, one is not a Vaishnava, don't hear from him. Vaishnava mukhodgirnam utam harikathamritam sharanam naiva kartavyam sarpojishtham yathapaya. But he is such a learned man, or he writes so nicely, correctly. But because he is not a Vaishnava, one should not hear from him. Why? It is so nicely written. No. Sarpojishtham yathapaya. Milk is very good food. Everyone knows, but as soon as it is touched by the lips of a serpent, it is poison immediately. Therefore, it is forbidden. And one who has no knowledge how to respect Guru, how he can become Vaishnava? Hariya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paye Chekeba. Narottam Das Thakur says, if you don't become a faithful servant of Vaishnava, there is no possibility of your liberation. Hariya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paye Chekeba. ताबेर चरण सेवी भक्त सने वास जनमे जनमे है यही अभिलाष. This is Narottam Das Thakur. Our determination should be to serve the previous Guru and Acharya. एवं परंपरा प्राप्त इमं राजर्षयो विदुः ततालमेह महता योगो नष्टा परम तप. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science, as it appears to be, lost. The science appears to be lost. This is our determination. Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana. Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Ramana. Govinda Jai. So Krishna likes that. He doesn't accept anyone's service directly. That is a gross mistake. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur is teaching us. Trying to become one with Krishna or one with the gopis. These are all Mayavad philosophy. Tadera charana sevi bhakta sange vas janame janame hoye. Tadera previous guru and not to serve more. शाश्वत अनुकीर्तन सर्वभूतेषु मन्मति मदर्थे स्वङ्गचेष्टा च वचसा सर्वांगेर अभिवंदनम मद्भक्त पूज्याभिधिका सर्वभूतेषु मन्मति मदर्थे स्वङ्गचेष्टा च वचसा मद्गुणैरणं मय्यर्पणं च मनसा सर्वकामविवर्जनम् मदर्थे अर्थपरित्यागो भोगस्य च सुखस्य च इष्टं दत्तं हुतं जप्तं मदर्थं यद्व्रतं तपः एवं धर्मैर्मनुष्याणाम् उद्धवात्मनिवेदितां मयि सञ्जायते भक्ति कोऽन्यर्थस्यावशिष्यते firm faith in the blissful narration of my pastimes, constant chanting of my glories, unwavering attachment to ceremonial worship of me, praising me through beautiful hymns, great respect for my devotional service, offering obeisances with the entire body, performing first-class worship of my devotees, consciousness of me in all living entities, offering of ordinary bodily activities in my devotional service, use of words to describe my qualities, offering the mind to me, rejection of all material desires, giving of wealth for my devotional service, renouncing material self gratification and happiness, and performing all desirable activities such as charity, sacrifice, chanting, vows, and austerities with the purpose of achieving me. These constitute actual religious principles by which those human beings who have actually surrendered themselves to me automatically develop love for me. What other purpose or goal could remain for my devotee? So the words Mad Bhakta Pujyavidika are significant in this verse. Abhyadika indicates superior quality. The Lord is extremely satisfied with those who offer worship to his pure devotees and he rewards them accordingly. Because of the Lord's generous appraisal of his pure devotees, worship of the pure devotees is described as superior to worship of the Lord himself. So here explained nicely. So Krishna likes that we worship his devotees. He doesn't accept anyone's service directly. That is a gross mistake. Therefore, Narottam Das Thakur is teaching us. Trying to become one with Krishna or one with the gopis. These are all Mayavad philosophy. Tadera charana sevi bhakta sangye vasa janame janame hoye eya vilasa. You have to serve the servant of Krishna. Tadbrutya, तद्भृत्य भृत्य परिचारक भृत्य भृत्य नाहम विप्रो न चंद्रपतिर्न वैश्यो न शूद्रो नाहम वर्णी न च गृहपतिर्वनस्थो यतिर्वा किंतु प्रोद्यन्निखिल परमानंद पूर्णामृताब्धेर गोपी भर्तृपद कमलयोर दास दासानुदासा. No, I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya or a Shudra. Nor am I a brahmachari, a householder, a vanaprastha, or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. So here Draupadi is reminding that Yadanugraha Chikshito Bhavata, you are neglecting him, satisfying him. Do you think if you kill his son, he will be satisfied? Maybe son is a criminal from all points of view. Still, ultimately, if you kill his son, he'll be aggrieved. That is natural. In Allahabad, it was our practical experience. Two brothers, all of a sudden, they became angry. They fought one another. One brother was killed. The anger is so dangerous. So naturally, in the court, he was ordered to be hanged. Then the father appealed to the court that my one son is already killed. The other remaining son, if he is also killed, then what will be my condition? The court considered this proposal and the boy was ordered to be killed. Uh, the boy who was ordered to be killed was saved. Yet, yes, so this consideration is there even in ordinary way. And actually, these sons were rogues. They fought. One is killed, another is going to be killed. But this old man will be finished. The court considered it and he was saved. He was not hanged. He was given some long duration of imprisonment. That we have seen. The same thing. The affection is everywhere. So Draupadi is giving the best instruction that by the mercy of Dronacharya, you have learned this art. Now this art you are going to use for killing his son. What is this logic? Very good argument. A similar argument was given by Duryodhana to Dronacharya. Dronacharya and this Draupadi's father, they became inimical. She got a son, uh, Drishtadyumna. So anyway, that son was meant for killing Dronacharya. At the same time, that son was a student of Dronacharya in the art of military science. So Duryodhana reminded Dronacharya that uh, this son of Drupad Maharaj, son Drishtadyumna, he is meant for killing you. You have foolishly taught him the military science. Now he's using the military science to kill you. So there are so many instances like that. Sometimes this art, Guru Mar Vidya, is done by rascals and fools. That should not be done. That is instruction from every practical point of view. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 45 and 47, class given in Vrindavan, October 5, 1976. Pradyumna Prabhu is reading. He, Dronacharya, is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His wife Krupi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son. Oh, most fortunate one who knows the principles of religion, it is not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipped. So, सैष भगवान् द्रोणा रजारूपेण वर्तते तस्यात्मनो अर्धं पत्न्यास्ते नान्वगाद् विरसूकृति तद्धर्मज्ञ महाभागा भवद्भिर्गौरवं कुलं रुजिनं नार्हति प्राप्तुं पूज्यं वन्द्यम् अभिष्णशा. So in continuation of Pandava's position in relationship with Dronacharya, the Guru, so many things are being explained by Draupadi. So she is not ordinary woman. She knows everything of the religious principles and therefore she is teaching the assembly of respectable learned persons how the spiritual master should be respected. Drona is also, I mean to say, qualified as Bhagwan. Bhagwan Drona. Anyone who is extraordinarily powerful is addressed sometimes as Bhagwan. Narad Muni is also sometimes addressed as Bhagwan. Lord Shiva is also sometimes addressed as Bhagwan. We have explained the different features of Bhagwan many times. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya shasasriya jnana vairagya shaiva sharnam bhagamitingana. The Supreme Bhagwan is Krishna. नान्यत परतरम मत्ता परतरम नान्यत किंचित अस्ति धनंजया मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतम सूत्रे मणिगणाय. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So there may be so many Bhagavan, but the absolute Bhagavan is Krishna. Aishwaryasa samagrasya viryasya sastriya. Not Samagra, but the Supreme Personality is Samagra. The others, they have got to certain extent the qualities of Bhagavan. In that sense, they can be addressed as Bhagavan. But they are not Samagra. Samagra is means the complete. That is only attributed to Krishna, nobody else. Sayesh Bhagavan Drona Prajarupena Vartate. Praja means offspring, son, daughter also. Prajayate. One who is born of the father. Without father, there is no possibility son or daughter. Therefore, Prajayate. One who gives birth. Praja is the product of the body of the father. A son or daughter. They may be different persons, but they belong to the body of the father. Yatha yoni yatha bijam. Father is the bijam. Just like the bijam, the seed is the three later on. Similarly, the bijam, the seed is put by the father in the womb of the mother. And as the seed implanted in the earth and takes care with watering, sprinkling, it grows to a big tree. Similarly, the seed is sown in the womb of the mother, and the mother takes care of the seed, and it comes to a big body later on and comes out. This is the process of birth. So, in one sense, between the seed and the tree, there is no difference. Similarly, the seed of the father and the father, there is no difference. Here it is said, Praja Rupena Vartati. So, according to Vedic culture, if one woman has got son, she is not considered to be widow. Widow means one who hasn't got husband or husband is dead. But if the husband's representative is there, so strictly speaking, she is not widow. So Praja Rupena Vartati. Again, the wife is considered Ardhagamini. I think in English also it is said better half. Uh, Wife is considered half the body. The hand, left hand side half. Perhaps you have seen the picture of Krishna and Radharani, one body. The left hand side is Radharani, right hand side is Krishna. So Jiva Goswami has explained this. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikrutirladhinir Shakti Rasmat Ekatmanavu Vipura Deha Vedam Gato Tao Chaitanyaksham Prakatamαδuna Tadvayam Chaikyamaptam Radha Bhavaditi Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. So they are one. But for the past time, they have become two. Ekat Manava Bhuipura Deha Vedam Gato. Again, Radha Krishna united. Chaitanyakhyam Prakatamaduna Tadvayam Chaikyamaptam. So these things are there. So wife is considered better half, Ardhangini. So the Ardhangini is there and the son is there. In so many ways, they are convincing that do not think that Dronacharya is dead and gone. He is convincing this point. Dronacharya is still existing. So killing the son of Dronacharya means killing Dronacharya. So don't do this. He is putting so many arguments. Then Tadharmagya Mahabhaga Bhavadvir Gauravam Kulam. One should act in such a way that it should be glorified in the family. The family consideration is very important in Vedic culture. A family does not mean that only a husband, wife, or a few children. No. Family means the generation. That is Vedic conception. If something is wrong, if something is wrong done by any member of the family, that becomes a scar to the whole family. So she is from family wise, she is warning that do not do anything which will be a discredit to the whole Pandava family. Gurujinam narhati praptum pujyam vanyam avikshasha. So the Guru and the Guru's family they are not required to be chastised or punished. It has been misused in so many ways. In Bengal, just like they say Nityananda Vangsha, coming from Nityananda. So Nityananda had one son, Virabhadra. But Virabhadra did not marry. So there is no dynasty by Semina. By Nityananda Vangsha means by disciple succession. Sometimes extra advantage was taken as Nityananda Vangsha. But people have got respect for such thing, such dynasty. So not only it is now from time memorial, Guru's dynasty, even in Mohammedan region, there is such a sentiment. Muhammad and his dynasty, Hussein, they are taken very respectfully. So considering all points, the Guru's respect must be maintained. This is the sum and substance of the instruction. But there is other opposite instruction also. If the Guru is not in his proper way, according to Shastra, Guru means he must be abiding by the rules and regulation of the Shastra. Sadhu Guru Shastra. Shastra must be the medium. Without Shastra, nothing is acceptable. That is spoken by Krishna. Tasma Shastra Vidhanoktam यशास्त्रविदमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारता न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither his perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So nobody can transgress the rules and regulations of Shastra, and what to speak of a Guru. Guru is Acharya. Achinoti yaha Shastrani. One who knows the rules and regulations of the Shastra and he teaches his disciple according to the Shastra. He is called Acharya. So, Acharya mam vijaniyan nava manhet karhichi namartya buddhya suyat sarva deva mayudi. One should know the Acharya as myself. Krishna is telling. Never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. Acharya should be respected. As Krishna says, as good as Krishna, Vishwanath Thakur also said, Sachadharitvena samasta shastrair uktastatha vavyate vashadhi किंतु प्रभुर्य प्रियेव तस्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. That is acknowledged in all the legal scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari or Krishna. Acharya, Guru is as good as God. Sakshat Haritvena. Acharya should be respected as Krishna. Therefore, Acharya Mam Vijaniyan Nava Manetaka. If somebody foolishly thinks that, oh, they are worshipping a man, he is like me, and he has taken the seat, he is taking worship, respect from disciples. Sometimes they question like that. But they do not know that how Acharya should be respected. Acharya should be respected Sakshat Haritvena, just like God. It is not exaggeration. It is according to the Shastra. And Acharya also accepts all these respectful obeisances to carry to the Supreme Personality of God. This is the process. As soon as we receive knowledge from the Acharya, similarly our activity is the result of our activity is carried by the Acharya to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Acharya does not accept anything on his own account. Acharya accepts everything on Krishna's account. That is the principle. And because he is representative of Krishna, he is dealing on behalf of Krishna. We have got in practical experience. Formerly, in British government, there was viceroy. Vice means in place of, and roy means royal king. Viceroy. So this viceroy was respected as the king, as the emperor. That is the process. When he is no longer a viceroy, then he is not respected. But so long he is acting as a viceroy, um, and the rule was that whatever presentation was given to the viceroy, he did not accept it personally. It was kept in the state. So these are the process. So Guru, Acharya being representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he should be worshipped. Nava manneta, na marte buddhi asuya. Never think of envying. As soon as we become envious of the Acharya, there is fall down immediately. Yasya prasadat na gati kutobi. Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasada. This is the teaching of Vishwanath Thakur. He is also Acharya Parampara. Na nava mannet karichit martya buddhya asuyet. Acharya should not be considered as ordinary human being. Vaishnava jati buddhir guru naramati. Arche Vishnu shiladir guru naramati. These are the injunctions. Naraki. Everyone knows that here is Vigraha. Arche Vishnu shiladir guru naramati. Vaishnave jati buddhir Vishnava Vaishnavanam Kalimal Mathane Pada Tirthi Amba Buddhi से विष्णु नाम ने मंत्र सकल कलुष है शब्द सामान्य बुद्धि विष्णु सर्वेश्वरेशे तैतर समधेय सवानारकी सा. Everyone knows that here is Vigraha, Gaur Nitai Vigraha, Krishna Balram Vigraha, Radha Krishna Vigraha. Everyone knows that it was these Vigrahas were ordered from Jaipur and it is now installed. But why people are coming in thousands to see the Vigraha? They do not know that it is made of stone. Everyone knows, maybe one or two may be coming sentiment. In every temple, just like Jagannath Puri, everyone knows that Jagannath is made of wood. Then why lakhs of people are going there to see? Similarly, Balaji, everyone knows he is made of stone, but thousands of people are going to see. So this is the system. This is not artificial. This is the system. As the Vigraha, Vigraha means the form of the Lord. There are 8 kinds of the forms of the Lord. They are made of stone, they are made of wood, they are made of jewels, and sometimes they are made of painting and metal, and so many. So there are 8. All these Vigrahas are to be worshipped. That is mentioned in the Shastra. Painting also. If there is painting, or even if you think of the form of the Lord within the mind, that is also Vigraha. So, Srila Swami Maharaj is explaining 8 types of Vigrahas. Shaili. In the Amal Puran and Srimad Bhagavatam, 8 types of Archa Vigraha have been described. Shaili Darumai Lauhi Lepya Lekhya Cha Saikati Manomai Manimai Pratimashtavidha Smruta. The deity of Sri Bhagavan is of the following 8 types. Number 1, carved from marble or stone. Number 2, carved from wood. Number 3, made of iron, gold, or any other alloy. Number 4, made from clay. Number 5, painted. Number 6, made of sand. Number 7, mentally conceived. And number 8, made of gems, pearls, and jewels. So, just like Dhyana Vastighatena Manasa Pashyantyam Yogina. यं ब्रह्म सुत उवाच यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुता स्तुवन्ति दिव्यस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगा ध्यानावस्थितगतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुषुरासुरगुणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. The yogis, they think of Vishnu from within the core of the heart. That is also Vigraha. Don't think that that is imagination. That is also Vigraha. There are 8 kinds of Vigraha and each and every one of them are as good as the other. Similarly, Vigraha of Guru is also. Sakshadharitvena samasta shastrair. That is the injunction of the Shastra. Maybe in the Shastra, but it is not carried. It is carried. साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्त शास्त्र उत्तस्तता भाव्यते एव सत्. So those who are aware of the Shastra, just like we have instructed, साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्त शास्त्रैर उत्तस्तथा भाव्यते एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोर्य प्रियेव तस्य Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authority. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari Krishna. Just like we have installed the deity according to Shastra, there is nothing imaginary. It is not idol worship. Idol worship is different. Just like in the Western countries, they put an idol on the street, on the park, as as the resting place of the crows and passing stool on the head. That is idol worship. The so-called statues are installed and without any protection. No, our worship is not idol worship. This is deity worship. We construct temple and spend lakhs of rupees to install deity. It is not idol worship. Idol worship is different. Therefore, it is warned. Arche Vishnu Shiladi. If somebody thinks that the Vigraha is idol worship, there are so many rascals. They think like that. They say, why you are worshipping in the temple? Amongst the Indians also, Arya Samaj, they they protest against temple worship. But who cares for that? Here in Vrindavan, there is Arya Samaji temple. Nobody goes there. But this is a new temple recently started. And thousands of people are coming. Why? All of them are fools and rascals. That is exactly according to the Shastra. And the arguments of God is everywhere. Why should go to the temple? And what is this nonsense? If God is everywhere, why not in the temple? But this is their argument, nonsense argument. God is everywhere, but not in the temple. This is their argument. So we do not care. Nobody cares. So many agitators come and gone, but the Vedic process will go on. Let the dogs bark. The caravan will move, will pass. There is no difficulty. So on the whole, this is Vedic civilization, that the Vigraha of the Supreme Personality of Godhead accepted as his present. We should take it that Krishna. Actually, this is the fact. We have read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there was the Sakshi Gopal history, and the two Brahmanas, they promised before the deity, and later on there was misunderstanding, and the deity from Vrindavan went to bear witness in Orissa, more than thousands of miles away. And that Sakshi Gopal, Sakshi means witness, is still being worshipped in Jagannath Puri near. There's a station, Sakshi Gopal. So, as the deity of the Lord, Vigraha, should not be considered as made of stone or wood. Similarly, Guru should also not be accepted as an ordinary human being. He should be given all respect as we give to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is being explained by even one woman. That is Vedic culture. Draupadi is explaining the importance and she has said, Sa Esha Bhagavan Dronaha. She's quite right when she's accepting Drona as Bhagavan. Sa Esha Bhagavan Drona Praja Rupena Vartate and is present by his Praja. So these things should be taken very serious instruction. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, Amalam Puranam, this Praman, Praman Grantha, Pramanic Grantha, uh, means Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman, Anuman Praman, and so there are different types of evidences. So just like a sound is going on, one who knows that is all right. We can hypothesis, we can think that some machine is running on. We may not know what is that machine. So this is Anuman. I am not seeing the machine, what kind of machine is running. But I can think of, imagine that it may be some machine is running on. That is also another praman, hypothesis, inductive, deductive. So, they are also analogy. There are many processes. So here, Krishna and Guru, they should be accepted on the same level. Therefore, Draupadi has addressed Dronacharya as Bhagavan. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastre Uttastata Bhavyate Eva Sadvi Kintuh Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvind. So it is accepted. We should also accept. Thank you very much. So Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we'll have discussion on this particular verse number 47 and 48, the purport and Sri Swami Maharaj explanation 47 and 48. Thank you, madam. And also tomorrow will be some other class also.
Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. So tomorrow
Thank
we'll
you, Hare
also
Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam 47 and 48. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
अंतर्विता गिरिधारी श्री राधा गुरु बिहार जी की जय। जय निकुला प्रचलित गुरु शिष्य भक्तिदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय जय प्रेम स्वामी। जय निकुला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद शिष्य भक्तिदान वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। निकुला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद शिष्य आचार्य केशव भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। निकुला कृष्ण विष्णुपाद शिष्य भक्तिदान स्वामी महाराज की जय। सपरिकर शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। सचिनंदन गौरहरि की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन भक्तिदास दंडी महाराज जी की जय। नाम निष्ठ संतोष दास प्रभु की जय। मठे से गुरु की जय। धामवासी भक्त की जय। पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय। निकाय गौर सतना प्रमानंदे हरि हरे। वंशा कल्पतरु वैश्य कृपा सिंधु परितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण। धन्यवाद।